How smart people handle office disrespect. If you ever left work thinking, did they really just talk to me like that? This video is for you. I'm Lawyer Vince, and welcome back to the How to Convince podcast. Today, we are talking about how smart people handle office disrespect because you don't need to yell, you don't need to be petty, you need to be strategic. Before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you want weekly communication tips straight to your inbox, hit the link in the description and subscribe to the How to Convince newsletter. That's also where you can send in your questions for the Q&A at the end of every video. Don't miss it. In the workplace, disrespect hits differently. You can't just clap back like you would in your group chat. There are reputations, paychecks, and promotions on the line. So the goal? It is to defend your boundaries without damaging your professionalism. Let's start with 3 big truths about office disrespect you need to know. Truth number 1, it's usually not about you. Most disrespect comes from people projecting their own insecurities, jealousy, or stress. Truth number 2, your response teaches people how to treat you. Every time you let it slide, you're training people to keep disrespecting you. Truth number 3, how you respond travels. People talk. Your response echoes in rooms you're not even in. So choose it wisely. And a bonus truth, not everyone deserves your energy. Sometimes the smartest move is strategic silence, knowing when to engage and when to disengage. This separates the amateurs from the professionals. So here's why sticking up for yourself builds your reputation. Standing up for yourself isn't just about feeling better emotionally. It's about building your professional brand. Every workplace has a hidden scoreboard. People are watching how you respond under pressure. If you let disrespect slide, people start seeing you as a pushover. That affects promotions, raises, and respect. When you hold your ground calmly and clearly, you gain quiet respect. You signal, I know my value, and I won't settle for less. It's not about being confrontational. It's about being firm. And here's the part people don't realize. When you stand up for yourself, you set the tone for the room. People think twice before crossing you. You raise the standard for how everyone shows up. You don't need to be the loudest person in the meeting. You just need to be the person everyone knows not to mess with. So let's get tactical. Here's how smart people actually respond with phrases you can use today. So the first scenario is the interrupter, right? We all know someone like that. You're speaking and someone cuts you off. What you want to say is, I'd like to finish my thought before we move on. Thanks. Calm, direct, and you reclaim your time. The second scenario, the underminer, someone who makes a backhanded compliment. In these scenarios, I want you to say, that sounded like a jab. Want to clarify what you meant? You force him to own it or backtrack. Scenario 3, the credit stealer. The coworker that takes credit for your idea. We hate those, right? What we say is, glad you like that idea. I've been working on it for a while. Subtly, you take back ownership. Scenario 4, the passive aggressive comment. Must be nice to leave early, right? This is what I want you to say back. It is nice. I planned my time well. Thanks for noticing. You flip the negativity, you stay positive. Scenario 5, this is the blamer. They throw shade. They throw you under the bus. This is what I want you to say back. Let's clarify where the breakdown happened so we can fix it moving forward. Solution focused, not defensive. The 6th scenario, the meeting hijacker. Derailing meetings, right? This is what I want you to say back. Let's circle back to the main agenda so we can stay on track. You come across as a leader. Scenario 7, the gossip spreader. In these scenarios, I want you to say, I'd rather stay out of that. I'm focused on what I can control. Boom. Drama dodged. Reputation protected. And confidence doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be clear. The number 1 mistake people make, underreacting or overreacting. Underreact and you look weak. Overreact and you look unprofessional. So what's the move? Being calm, direct, and brief. 1 sentence is more powerful than a 3-minute rant. And second mistake, venting to the wrong people. Choose who you trust. The wrong gossip can ruin your reputation faster than disrespect ever could. Let me share a few real client examples from my one-on-one coaching sessions, because what we talk about works in real life. not just here on the podcast. First up, we'll call her Sarah. Sarah came to me frustrated. She had just been promoted to manager, but her former peers kept undermining her in meetings. Every idea she shared, she was met with eye rolls or sarcastic comments. So what do? I coached her on calmly calling it out by saying, I've noticed a pattern of dismissive reactions. Let's keep this professional and solutions based. Within 2 weeks, those little jabs stopped. Her boss complimented her leadership presence, and she even got asked to lead a cross-department project because of how well she handled the team dynamic. Next, I have another client. We'll call him Jason. He's a quiet one. He always kept getting passed up for promotions because people labeled him as too quiet. We worked on powerful meeting phrases like, here's my recommendation based on X. And to summarize our options, here's what I'd prioritize. He didn't have to speak more. He had to speak stronger. 4 months later, Jason got the promotion and a raise. Leadership finally saw him as a decisive contributor, not just a silent worker. And the last one I'll talk about today, we'll call her Melinda. She's a team lead and was constantly getting publicly blamed for things. Melinda was dealing with a toxic VP who constantly threw her under the bus when things went wrong. We built a calm clapback strategy. Whenever the VP blamed her, she responded with, happy to review exactly where responsibilities fell. I have a timeline we can walk through together. The false blame stopped. Within a month, her team started respecting her more. Her stress dropped, and she told me she feels like a completely different leader, respected, composed, and confident. If you see yourself in any of these stories, coaching can absolutely change how you show up at work. This isn't just about phrases. It's about rewiring your communication so people treat you like a high-value professional that you are. All right, so let's jump into your questions from the newsletter. If you're not on it yet, links in the description. Sign up, send me your situations, and I'll answer them in the next video. First question. How do you handle people who are politically aggressive, hostile, agitated, and prone to hysterics? I'm a moderate and I don't want to debate politics. This is a good question. You are not obligated to engage. My go-to line for this would be, I like to keep work focused on work, so I'll pass on the politics. If they keep pushing, say, let's save this for happy hour. I'm focused on my deadline right now. Keep it firm, light, and steer back to work. Second question. How do I deal with constant interrupters in meetings? It's so annoying. I got you. Cut in calmly and say, I'd like to finish my thought. Or, I'll circle back to that in a moment. Just want to wrap up my point first. You don't need permission to reclaim your space. Third, what to do when someone makes fun of you in front of others? Okay, you hit them with, are you trying to be funny, or pause. Just give them that look. Or if you want to be playful but sharp, say, don't quit your day job. Either way, you stop the disrespect instantly. Fourth question. I'm dealing with a micromanaging boss and I hate it. Help a girl out. What you need to do is proactively communicate. Say, here's my game plan for this week. I'll update you on X date with progress. When you beat them to the punch, they back off. Now for the last question. Question 5. People keep saying, I'm too quiet. What can I say back? I see. Well, quiet doesn't equal weak. You can say, I'm intentional with my words. When I speak, it matters. And when you do speak, leave with certainty, not apology. And a bonus tip, if you want your question featured, reply to the newsletter. Tell me your situation, and I'll answer it here every week. Also, if you want personalized help handling these situations, I do offer one-on-one coaching. We role play, we practice, and we turn you into the most confident person in the room. Spots are limited, but if you're serious about leveling up, the link is in the description. All right, that's it for today. Subscribe, hit the like button, and this has been How to Convince with Lawyer Vince. I'll see you same time next week.